There's not many things I find uncomfortable, but I just find this uncomfortable to talk about. And the reason is not because, I mean, I'm an adult. I know what sex is, of course. I've lived a very varied life. I just feel like, I don't know. We have so many people watching us.
What's populating YouTube? It's your boy Sam Nice back at it again with another one, and today I got a good one for y'all. I got a stream I'm gonna be reacting to, commentating on. It's a stream with Aiden Ross, Adam 22, Lena the Plug, and the Top G himself. Now, obviously you know what they're gonna be talking about. They're gonna be talking about Adam 22 and Lena, you know, that whole entire situation, and the Top G is gonna give his 2 cents on it. And to tell you the truth, it's a surprising one. I did not expect Andrew Tate to, you know, react or respond the way that he did. And I think it's a really good example of how Andrew Tate has grown as a human being, has grown as an influencer. Because if you asked him the same question a year ago, it would have been completely different. Now, I also want to make something else clear, that I am not an Andrew Tate dick rider. I will criticize him just as much as I praise him. Anyway, I just wanted to make that clear, because as soon as you say anything good about Andrew Tate, everybody's, oh, you're a misogynist, this, that, and the other thing. I'm about the truth, y'all. I'm about what's real. I'm about what makes sense. I don't sit here and dick ride anybody. Anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get into the video. Let's go and get it, y'all.
So my question would be, sorry, one more time. Lena, right? Correct? Lena?
Lena, yes.
Lena, do you think that you have an emotional attachment to this man now, or like you literally wouldn't care what happened to him? Let's say, heaven forbid, something, I don't know, he got locked up and went to jail or something. Like, would you care, or would you literally have zero interest in him as an individual?
Feel for him as I would feel for like almost anyone I'd ever met who went to jail, but like, no offense, Jason, I see you as like a male sex doll. Like, you were just
no emotional attachment to him whatsoever?
No, this is where I have my emotional attachment.
Okay, well then, if you're capable of keeping that divide, then I'm not here to insult you. And the reason I don't insult people, I also want to make this very clear, is because
I'm kidding.
Maybe it's just the life I've lived. But I think the internet has fucked the world up. And I think one of the ways it's messed the world up is that everybody's constantly running their mouths. And the world I'm from and the life I've lived, if you insult somebody, it's you have to be prepared to defend that opinion. And I know people who have run their mouths and then have got you getting shot for it. And I don't like to sit around and insult people unless I have a genuine beef with them. So I'm not here to judge you or your life. I can just say that it's not something I would personally do. Well, if you feel like you have no emotional attachment to the guy, I think that's a good thing. I think your heart should be in one place. I can give you my opinion on why I wouldn't ever do it. And I think the reason I wouldn't ever do it is because I believe that a man and a woman have a connection between them. And I think that connection is solidified by sexual exclusivity from the female's part. And I believe there's an energy cord between. And I think that once that's broken with another man, I do believe there's a degree of the connection which is damaged. And I think that when the relationship is good, perhaps you will not feel it. But when the relationship is bad, or when arguments start to happen, or you start to get on each other's nerves, you might notice a slight difference in behavior. Because I do also think that once the seal has been broken, I'll give you an example. The 4-minute mile was impossible to achieve, they believed, until one man ran the 4-minute mile, and then a bunch of people ran the 4-minute mile. So once the seal's been broken, for example, let's say your wife's sleeping with another man, the idea of sleeping with another man is not as intimidating as it was once was. And perhaps the idea of sitting through an argument or sitting through a rough patch in a relationship and continuing to try to work it out, as opposed to just jumping on a new man, it might be less appealing than it once was previously. So I believe, personally, if my woman had already slept with another man, she's more likely to just give up on the relationship and sleep with another man again in a rough patch. That's my personal view.
This is exactly what I said in my last video, y'all. Exactly what the fuck I said. That, you know, it might not hurt now. You might be taking it on the chin right now, but eventually y'all gonna get into fights just like normal couples do. And I would not be surprised if one day she just comes out of her mouth, because this is what women do, especially getting into really heated debates or heated fights, arguments with your girl. They will try to say the most hurtful thing that they can say. And now, Lena, this is the most hurtful thing any man could ever fucking hear. I guarantee you one day she's just gonna blurt it out. This is what women do, man. Like they do this all the time, and then they'll come back and apologize a couple hours later. But you know what I'm saying? They try to say the most hurtful thing that they can. Because when women get angry, most of the time they just see red and they just start popping off at the mouth. Now she's got this in her back pocket. It's eventually, in the long run, it is going to destroy their relationship. But this is what I'm saying here, y'all. Andrew Tate right here is making lots of sense. It's only common sense here, y'all, that this is gonna have damaging effects whether you're a corn star or not. Tate is 100% right. The connection is destroyed now. It's tainted, and you know, you better be prepared to deal with these things when these problems start showing up later.
I think it's, well, my personal view is that it's very different for a woman than it is for a man, and I think that, and I hope I'm wrong, if your relationship reaches a rough patch, perhaps the idea of being with another man will be more tempting than it once previously was because the seal's already been broken. That's my personal view. I don't, with all due respect, care.
That's also what I said too. Like, now that he's let this happen, that it's more likely to happen again and again. Each time he's going to do it, it's going to be less and less valuable. And then before you know it, you know, Lena's done smashed 100 porn stars. Dudes, 100 male corn stars.
Would he be a suitable candidate? Can I tap him in?
I don't know. No. He looks built.
Oh, yeah, can I fill in real quick, Andrew? You know,
you're out, Aiden. We can't look you. You're not in this conversation anymore.
Fair enough. Go ahead, Andrew. Would you, Andrew? Would you double penetrate her, bro? Would you do that, Andrew? Go ahead. Finish.
That's a fucking child.
Together, is that chill?
There's absolutely 0% chance of that happening. And it's not because Lena is particularly unattractive. It's because she's married to Adam, and I have no interest in degenerate, pointless sex, and I have no interest in making a spectacle of myself, or even just involving myself in anything which I deem to be overall haram and pointless. It's just not something I'd be interested in. There's not a single amount of money on the planet you could pay me to undertake. So
shout out to all who's not doing double penetration, because I respect you all so much.
I find this very uncomfortable to talk about. There's not many things I find uncomfortable, but I just find this uncomfortable to talk about. And the reason is not because, I mean, I'm an adult. I know what sex is. Of course, I've lived a very varied life. I just feel like, I don't know. We have so many people watching us, and we're just talking about dick and vagina. Don't you think this is...
Look how uncomfortable Lena and Adam 22 get now. It's almost like they're being lectured by their daddy. But this is what I want to point out now. I do not think that this is a character he's playing or anything like that. I really do believe Andrew Tate is being sincere right here. And this is an amazing reaction to what is going on right now. Like, he literally feels uncomfortable, and he's gonna explain why. But I could tell you, I bet you nobody expected him to react this way. And this is what we need to bring our society more back towards. To some fucking decorum worth our lives, you know what I'm saying? To bring a little bit of that back and stop acting like these things are so normal. To be sitting here talking about another guy getting his wife banged out, like it's degeneracy at its greatest.
Below us, I don't know, we're all pretty intelligent people. We talk about the Matrix and how they're trying to dumb us all down and trying to control all of our minds, and this base instinct talk, I find it very uncomfortable. I'm not comfortable being on this stream. If I was sitting with a woman next to me, the last thing I would talk about is our personal life. I just don't think it's the smart thing to do, and I don't think that it is. I don't have any interest in the personal sex life of any married couple, and I don't want to hear about it, and I don't want to talk about it, and I just find it very uncomfortable. I'm extremely uncomfortable in this situation.
And look at Lena. She cannot stop moving in her chair all of a sudden. This is like I was talking. Oh, my bad. Like I was talking about in my last video with the body language. Look at the body language from both of them now. Adam is sitting there acting like it doesn't bother him, which you could tell it obviously does. They're probably most likely feeling maybe the littlest bit of shame right now. just being able to talk about it so freely and openly like it's nothing, when it actually is a huge fucking deal. They are just downplaying it all to hell because they do not want to look like they made a huge mistake.
That's the truth. And I'm not saying that from a position of weakness. I'm saying it from a position of strength. I don't like talking about these things. I don't like talking about women getting fucked. I don't like talking about what I do.
Look, she's on her phone right now too. Look, see, she wants to like no part of the situation or any part of what Tate is saying right now. This is hilarious, y'all.
With women, I don't like talking about any of it. I think that what I do in the bedroom with a woman who I care about should be to a degree sacred.
Yes.
And I think it should be completely private. Absolutely.
Yes.
And I don't want to hear about anyone else fucking. I want to make something clear to the I don't watch porn. I've never bought an OnlyFans. I've never paid for sex. My relationship with sex involves love, and I don't think it should happen outside of love. And I think that's the way that sex should operate. And I think that when you decide, and once again, I could be wrong, when you decide to keep sex exclusively for love, there's something beautiful and special about it. And if you decide not to do that, then you keep chasing a new high. And you can have threesomes and fuck a bunch of girls. And I'm not saying I haven't done it, but eventually you're constantly just chasing a new high and you end up just doing something weird. Whereas if you just say, I only have sex with girls I love, then it's always special and it's always pretty sacred. And you get to just enjoy it that way. And beautiful children are birthed. And life goes on.
All right, y'all, there y'all have it. Top G himself putting his 2 cents in on this whole, Adam 22, Lena the Plug situation. And I don't have anything bad to say about it. Everything he said, 100% right there. I've said a couple of these things in my last video that I made. I mean, because a lot of it is common sense. It's just crazy. We're living in crazy times, and specifically with Andrew Tate, I hope this is more of what's to come of how he's going to conduct himself in the future. Like I said, no criticism right here, no fuck shit. He's not acting like a clown. If he would have been in the same position a year ago, I guarantee you he would have went off. He would have went off, going all types of different directions with this. The younger generation that are still idolizing him, putting on a pedestal, this is the type of direction that Andrew should have been on from the beginning. That's the thing. Whether you fucking hate him or you love him, it does not matter. He has so much influence over our younger generation that you have to root for him. You have to big him up when he does good, because he has so much influence whether you like it or not. Hating him is not going to do anything. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to do a damn thing. So when he is out here doing good like this, being very logical, stoic, speaking truth and speaking sense into these people, especially from where he came from to where he's at today. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's my video. I hope y'all liked my take. I hope you liked the video. If you want to watch the whole entire stream, I will link it in the description because I had to, cut some parts out to save some time. I just want to hit the main parts I wanted to showcase. But if you have time later, go check it out yourself just to see, I didn't leave anything crazy out that he said. I'm not trying to paint him in any type of way. But please like, share, and subscribe. Still trying to build my channel. I'm still here trying to do my thing. So please support your boy. And until next time, it's your boy Sam Nice. Let's strive for the truth and stop the cap, y'all. Peace.